What's up guys, it's Kelly Shalal, registered dietitian and personal trainer behind the blog Hungry Hobby, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make a really popular recipe on the blog. It is my oat flour banana cake recipe. If you've never had banana cake before, you definitely need to, because it is delicious. And I'll tell you a little bit about why I made this recipe, and we're gonna show you how to make it today. But before that, if you're new here, please make sure to hit that red subscribe button and the bell notification tab so that you never miss a healthy recipe, workout, or nutrition tip. So this recipe is kind of funny because the reason that I kind of started looking into making a banana cake recipe was my oat flour banana bread recipe actually got really popular almost like immediately after I posted it last year. Apparently a lot of people wanted to make banana bread with oat flour, which if you guys have been around at all, if you're new to my channel, you'll find 100 billion oat flour recipes here and on the blog. If you're returning, then you know that I love to cook with oat flour. I just think it's a wonderful whole grain flour to use. I was seeing a lot of people on the back end of my blog searching for banana cake, but coming to my banana bread recipe. And I was like, well, I've never thought of a banana cake, but that sounds pretty good. I did some testing and some trying, and the banana cake recipe that I came up with is just, it's a lot sweeter than the banana bread because it's a cake, but it's still just really moist and delicious and topped with cream cheese frosting and everything you can want from a cake, and kind of just like a perfect fun spring flavor. But also good as you get into the holidays. But I'm posting it now as we head into Easter and Mother's Day because I think it would be like a fun dessert option for those holidays or whenever you want. I certainly had fun making and filming this video while, you know, cooking the baby here. Pregnant women like cake, right? So with that, let's get started. I'll show you how to make it. Really quick though, if you're looking for the exact ingredients, please click the recipe link below. That's where you'll find the printable recipe card on my blog. I have more editorial control there, so I keep all of the recipe blog and instructions there. That way I can fully explain everything without a character limit. So make sure that if you decide after watching this video you want to make that, you want to make this recipe, you'll find the full recipe in the recipe link below. Okay, now let's get started. So you could use buttermilk, but I don't usually keep buttermilk in the house and I find that kind of annoying. So instead, I just used almond milk and lemon juice and mixed that up together as the very first thing to make like a sour milk. And you'll just set that aside and let it sit while you put together the remaining ingredients, and then we'll use it in a little bit. Next thing is to use your oat flour. You're gonna use about 2.75 cups of oat flour. Now, if you've never made your own oat flour before, please don't be intimidated. I have a video that shows you, and I'll link it below, how to make oat flour in literally 1 or 2 minutes in a food processor or like a Vitamix high process powering blender. Say that 5 times fast. So it's super easy to make. So I take 3 cups of rolled oats, put it in the blender, blend it up. You've got oat flour in literally less than a minute. But I have a whole video answering frequently asked questions on that, like I said, I'll link below. So once you have your oat flour, you're gonna go ahead and mix it with some baking soda, baking powder, salt, and cinnamon, and set that aside. So now you've got your almond milk aside, your almond milk, sour almond milk, and your dry mixture aside. So the next thing is you're gonna take 3 bananas, and something along this ripeness would be good. So yellow and spotted. Like absolutely dead brown could work, but sometimes that messes with the texture of both banana bread and banana cake recipes. Too yellow or green is not gonna be very sweet. So something like this would be good. And you'll mash your bananas and set those aside. There's a lot of that in this recipe. Next thing you're gonna do is get softened butter. And if you're lazy like me, keep your butter in the freezer, and I microwave it for 30 seconds on each side till it's softened. Some of it's a little melted, but it's really okay. So softened butter, coconut sugar. Now you can use brown sugar if you're not someone that likes to use coconut sugar. Use it in my house because it's you know, like a less refined sugar, but the taste is pretty similar to brown sugar. So you could use brown sugar, or honestly you could use cane sugar. You're just not gonna get like that depth of the brown sugar molasses kind of flavor. So totally up to you. But you're gonna cream together your butter and sugar, whatever sugar you decide to use, and then start adding in the remaining of the wet ingredients. So some eggs, and some maple syrup, and vanilla extract. Once you have that, the mixture will be pretty watery. And so then you're going to alternate back and forth between adding the oat flour mixture with the cinnamon and baking soda, baking powder, etc., and your sour milk. So you'll do about 1/4 of the dry ingredients, mix it with your electric mixture, add 1/4 of the milk, mix with your electric mixture, and keep going back and forth like that until you've gotten rid of all of it. Once you're done with that, then you're done with the electric mixture. You wanna grab like a spatula or something to fold in the banana pieces. Now, technically you could use the electric mixer, but I feel like that will kind of, I don't know, personally in my banana bread, banana cake, I want like a little bit of a chunkiness to the banana still in the final product. So if you use the electric mixture, you might blend it in so that there's banana taste, but not really banana pieces. So just keep that in mind. After that, it's pretty much easy going because we're gonna add it to a parchment lined, and I do suggest a parchment lined paper, parchment lined 9x13 pan. Pour it in. Bake it at 375 until an inserted toothpick comes out clean. And then I've got 2 options for frosting for you. Definitely make sure it cools all the way so your frosting doesn't melt. I typically use either Miss Jones or Simple Mills cream cheese or vanilla frostings. I really like those. We're not necessarily dairy-free in our house. Those are dairy-free frostings, but they just have really clean ingredients that you just cannot find in other types of frostings. So if you're not wanting to make your own, I suggest those. That's what you'll see I used in the video. If you want to make your own and you're looking for something a little healthier, I have a recipe for a Greek yogurt cream cheese frosting that I'll also link below, and that's in the blog post. So any of those would be lovely. But that's it. Once you've frosted it, it's ready to serve. You could add little decorative banana pieces like I did in the video and photos if you're gonna serve it right away, but honestly, it doesn't need it. So definitely let me know if you try this recipe. You can tag me on Instagram at @hungryhobbyrd. And I love to see what you guys make, and I love to hear from you. So let me know if you try this. And otherwise, enjoy your banana cake, and we'll be back next time. Thanks.